Ferguson, you fool!
Hey, what?
This is madness, stark insanity. Are we all to be smashed to smithereens in this fool machine?
That was not my original intention.
Take her out, man! Throw out the ballast! Isn't that how it's done?
Very true, except that we carry no ballast.
No ballast?
No ballast except ourselves, unless one of us like to jump overboard to save the others. Sir Henry?
Oh, it's too late!
Very well, Professor. Explain what happened.
You gentlemen wanted to ascend. I was very happy to oblige.
How?
Newest Ferguson invention.
Which is?
Explain it, Jock.
Yes, sir. Gentlemen. The gas circulates through the pipes into this heating chamber. We turn up the heat, the gas expands, and up we go. We turn down the heat, and we drop like a busted balloon.
No, don't do that!
Here, gentlemen, you're as safe as in your own beds. For the first time, a balloon can rise or descend without loss of any gas.
Very ingenious, no doubt. But was it necessary to treat us to cheap theatrics?
My apologies, Sir Henry. So many of my brilliant inventions have passed unnoticed that I felt this one might fare better if presented with a certain dramatic impact.
You have proved your point, Professor. Now, may we descend in a less rugged area?
With pleasure. Home, Jock.
Monsieur Randolph, what are you doing here?
The same as you, sir. After all, the professor's story will interest my readers, too.
Yes, and here is a story that will interest you.
In trouble again.
Very graceful, Professor.
Marvelous, marvelous.
Thank you, all of you.
A perfect landing, sir.
More than that, sir, a perfect demonstration, eh? Well, gentlemen, are you ready to take another trip on my good ship, Jupiter?
I have a pressing appointment, sir.
Ah, that's a pity. Sir Henry, now that my balloon is a proven success, can I count on the financial backing of the Royal Geographic Institute to carry out my plans?
Your plan, sir, is completely lunatic. Exploring East Africa in this imbecilic contraption.
Imbecilic?
I know Africa. Neither you nor your toy would last a week.
How dare you refer to Ferguson's masterpiece as a toy?
Ferguson's folly, sir.
Sir, you go too far.
I will go farther. As president of the Royal Geographic Institute, I will not recommend one penny for your preposterous project. And I'm sure our good treasurer agrees.
I do indeed.
A good day to you, sir, and goodbye.
Good morning to you, Professor.
What happened up there, Professor?
Sir Henry Viney is a human ostrich. The first sign of progress, he buries his head in the sand and hopes that it will go away. Ostrich. Before my invention, no man could maneuver a balloon without the loss of gas or ballast. Sir Henry's a dolt, who cannot recognize the greatest breakthrough in science since steam replaced sail.
Then your expedition is off, sir?
Without the backing of the Financial Institute, I'm afraid so.
One moment, please.
And who might you be, sir?
The name is Cornelius Randolph, publisher of the Randolph newspapers in America.
I'm very happy to meet you, sir. How can I help you?
Oh, we can help each other, sir. Now then, I understand your project is for the exploration and mapping of East Africa, starting from Zanzibar.
That was my intention.
Oh, stupendous story, if successful.
Sir, you could not be more right.
Then go to it, sir. With my blessing and my backing.
But why would you, an American?
Circulation, Professor, circulation. New Yorkers will be fighting to buy Mr. O'Shea's story of your adventures.
Mr. O'Shea?
Yes, Donald O'Shea, my star reporter.
And where is this gentleman?
O'Shea's in Paris at the moment on a special assignment. I'll have him join you in Zanzibar.
Mr. Randolph, as you Americans say, it's a pleasure to do business with you. And your Mr. O'Shea will be very welcome.
Good. You'll find him a splendid and inoffensive young man. Professor?
I tell you, Inspector, again, my ship sails within the hour. This is downright abduction.
If you please, sir.
I do not please. And I demand to know the reason for this outrage.
They will explain inside.
Professor Ferguson?
It certainly is Professor Ferguson. And I've no time for jiggery pokery. Somebody's going to pay for this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your hat, sir.
My hat, sir, stays where it is.
This way, please.
I cannot delay another minute.
Professor Ferguson, sir.
My ship sails on the tide.
Never fear, Professor. Your ship won't sail without you.
Mr. Prime Minister.
Good evening, Professor Ferguson.
I do not understand this last-minute hocus-pocus. Excuse me, sir. This, honor.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
Brandy?
Thank you, no.
Her Majesty offers her sincere good wishes.
I'm deeply touched, but I wasn't aware Her Majesty was interested.
Interested. And perturbed, sir.
Perturbed? By my actions?
Not yours. Allow me. Less than 3 hours ago, we learned that an expedition of international slave traders will soon leave the West Coast and head for the heart of West Africa.
No man's land, eh? But what is this
If
expedition?
the slavers plant their flag there, they will control the entire territory.
A very bitter pill for us.
True. We've been planning to explore and develop that territory. Now we have an urgent incentive. The prevention of slavery.
But hasn't the slave trade already been outlawed?
Yes, but only by the major nations.
Aye. If they plant their flag, they'll make their own laws and put everyone to the yoke.
Exactly, Professor.
It's a mickle of a mess. Something's got to be done. But what's to do?
We must plant our flag first.
It cannot be done. Start readying a British expedition, and those sailors will be running for the Voltaire River before you can hoist your breeches over your knees.
That's why you must plant it.
Me? How?
Fool them. Fly directly from Zanzibar to the Volta River.
A little mild exploring, say a 200-mile flight over East Africa is one thing. But to fly 4,000 miles over unexplored jungle, well, that's another. It could be suicidal.
Her Majesty realizes that. She even wagered me a sovereign that you would not take the risk.
Well, Her Majesty's just lost herself a sovereign. If my life's to be sacrificed, I cannot think of a better cause.
I knew we could count on you.
What about this young American reporter that I've agreed to take along? It's Donald O'Shea.
Take him. A perfect witness.
I do not follow.
In case of a legal dispute, the eyewitness report of an American would be conclusive evidence of our claim.
Aye. And they tell me that he's a pleasant, inoffensive young lad, this Donald O'Shea.
You're welcome. I hope. Come on.
Hurry.
I think we lost him. Mr. O'Shea? Who are you?
Jack, the professor's assistant.
Who's she? Slave girl. She didn't like the fat boy who was trying to buy her.
Oh, him fat pig.
You rescued a slave? Well, they'll cut you to pieces and kill the rest of us, too.
Ugh, can't stand the sight of blood, especially my own. Oh, hey, come! Come on, let's go! Where's Ferguson?
The British consulate. Come on.
Bad news, sir. Bad news.
How bad?
A letter from the Prime Minister by special courier.
What does he say?
The slavers know of your plan to beat them to the Volta.
No.
They left their base a week ago.
How long will it take them to reach the river?
I'd say 6 weeks.
That leaves me exactly 5.
It's impossible to beat them.
Nonsense, sir. Nothing's impossible.
There's something else.
Well, I've had enough surprises for one day. Well, let me hear the worst.
You are to be accompanied by the Queen's special envoy. The professor, I'm sure, will benefit by the invaluable experiences and advice of the ex-commandant of Khartoum.
Sir Henry Vining.
General Vining, sir. Formerly known as the Scourge of the Desert.
Am I to be saddled with you, sir, all the way across Africa?
I am equally distressed, sir. However, a soldier does not question his orders.
You said that my balloon was a toy.
Perhaps the Prime Minister shares my views and wants a steadier hand at the helm.
I'm in command.
I am the expert on Africa.
And I'm the expert in balloons.